I'm reading in the 85th Psalm, and I come to the last verse, verse 10, that says, "Love and faithfulness meet together, righteousness and peace kiss each other." I don't know how many times in my lifetime I've read the 85th Psalm, but it was as if that was the first time that I saw that verse. And depending on what translation you use, it can say mercy and truth are met together, righteousness and peace have kissed each other. That's how the King James says it. But notice some things that sometimes we think are contrasting are brought together in this beautiful context here. Sometimes we pit things against each other, where in God they are together. It was often said of Jesus that he was full of grace and truth. And unfortunately, there's come this idea that those two are on opposite sides, that it's all grace, or it's all truth and no grace, or grace with no truth. And yet here in the 85th Psalm, it says they're not only meant to be together. God doesn't divide them up in this idea that they come together, this expression of kiss, which is the biblical way of symbolizing a few words: unity. The characteristics and attributes of godly living are not to be pitted against one another. They provide a beautiful unity. And we get one side to the other, we become unbalanced. And so there's a unity that God brings us grace, but he brings us truth. He brings us faithfulness and righteousness. Well, the other thing that is symbolized, quite frankly, in the 85th Psalm, verse 10, is an intimacy. All of these attributes and characteristics of God are woven together. They are together. They don't see themselves as opposites. As a matter of fact, they see themselves as coming into agreement. Yet, I would say with most of us, we always see a tension. Like, is there a tension between being kind and being honest? Or is there a tension between being bold and being gentle? Forgiving, but holding biblical standards. Yet rather than all this conflict we see today, I would invite you to go and read the 85th Psalm, where it says these things come together and are united. They are intimately acquainted with each other, and they are in agreement. And if there's a place where you or I feel tension, we should ask God to help us. My prayer for each of us today is we will revel in the wonderful grace of Jesus. We will live by his truth. We will love and be merciful and kind to all that we come in contact with. My prayer and hope for you today is you have a great day. Trust the Lord regardless of what you're going through, and he will lead you. Have a great day.